brave learners of Russian, Anya here, and in this lesson I want to give you a couple of tips on how to learn to roll your R. Now, this sound can be a challenge not only for the English native speakers, but even for the Russian speakers. This is usually the last sound Russian children learn to pronounce, often at the age of 5 or 6. Even if you don't have this sound in your native language, it might happen that it won't be such a trouble for you at all once you pay just a little bit more attention to it. I've had students who couldn't pronounce it at all at first, but then succeeded with the following exercises. If you're an English native speaker, don't think you cannot do it. You can do it. Actually, I'll tell you that I've heard it many times from English speakers how they pronounce the word through. Sometimes I heard a couple of native speakers saying through, with a bit of a trilling of R. And now, this is the word we want to use to help transform your R to R. Notice how you pronounce through. You start with the sound th. Your tongue is relaxed. And to produce it, you need the flow of air. Now, as you move from the th sound to the next sound, try flapping your tongue against the alveolar ridge. And when I say alveolar ridge, that's that little bump, little hill behind your upper teeth. Try. It's actually physics. This sound happens because of the strong airflow that comes with the sound th. And to pronounce the Russian r, you also need this same kind of strong flow. And that's the key. It's actually forcing air past your tongue in such a way that the tongue vibrates. The air has to come from your lungs though, not from your throat. To check this, try saying you can feel how you have to produce air from your lungs to produce this sound. You can't possibly say if your lips aren't relaxed and if your air comes from here. So it's actually the same type of physics when you produce a Russian sound r. Try again. Now you can add a vowel. Thra, thra, through, 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 three. Now the next step is to transform th to t. Notice it's not t, but t, the Russian way of pronouncing t. Try. Three, through, tra, tro. We still make sure you still produce it with a strong force of air. And only after that you can add a voiced consonant. Dra, dro, dru, dri. Take time to practice each step. Don't move too fast. But if you still have trouble, perhaps, just perhaps, you need a bit more time to develop certain muscles in order to be able to pronounce this sound. As you know, the tongue is a muscle, and sometimes certain muscles, they are just not very active or asleep, and I will show you a couple of exercises to wake them up. Okay, the first exercise is so-called the horse. You probably did this in your childhood. Next one is called the mushroom. To produce a mushroom, start doing a horse and then freeze right at that moment when your tongue is stuck to the roof of your mouth. Let me show you. Okay, then once you lift up your mushroom, hold it for some time. The longer the better. It's not quite possible to hold it for a long time, but have a look again. It's a difficult exercise, but this exercise stretches your muscles and to help your tongue to work in a lifted position. Make it a habit to do these exercises daily. Just for example, when you brush your teeth in the morning and in the evening, take a couple of minutes to practice and to do these exercises, okay? Let me know how it's going for you, which techniques are working for you well, which techniques helped you the most, and don't ever give up.